My name is Bryson Pugh. This is my TED Talk for RSM 392. The agency that which I decided to do my practicum with was Coastal Ticketing under the Coastal Athletics umbrella here at Coastal Carolina University. Um, I kind of the way I went into expressing about the practicum, they were sending out emails at the time that they needed, people that were looking for opportunity and looking to grow themselves. And I saw the flyer posted, and so I reached out to the coordinator over the program, and we kind of got off onto a good start. And then also, I had a friend my sophomore year of school here that worked at the Coastal Ticketing Agency, and I've always remembered that he kind of had. It was always a good thing to have that he always learned a lot, and it was just a good environment to be around and help him grow. So um, that's kind of how I came into the Coastal Agency and of how I heard about it. The responsibilities I received during this time is Um, on football game days, you have to report to the ticketing booth 2 hours before gates open. So, for example, if the game starts at 7:30, that means the gates open at 5. The ticketing booth opens at 5. So, therefore, I would have to be there at 3 o'clock on that Saturday, because 2 hours before the ticket booth opens. During football season, I would sell student reprints, student tickets, just tickets for the game in general at the game. That's was one of my main priorities. That's where I spent most of my majority at. Um, through this internship, I also spent time in Arcadia Hall, which is the middle bottom picture here. That's like where you do. I did my cold calls. You kind of sit in the office, you collect calls. Maybe faculty and staff, or even people out in the community. They have ticket waivers, so there's a lot of things that go on. You're exchanging tickets for whatever the case may be, or they just come buying tickets just to support the team. So I spent hours there as well. I would say the third highest place I spent time was the new CCU soccer complex. I worked there for 2 games. It's not like football, of course. Instead of getting there 2 hours before the game starts, you get there about an hour and a half. And then also they don't have like a ticketing booth, so we have like an outside tent set up. We just bring the tables and the ticket printing system and the laptops, and so we kind of just make our own makeshift ticketing center. And so that's been something that was a new experience for me. What I learned was engaging and taking cold calls, just like learning to follow a script and how to deviate and navigate when you get certain questions. You're put in certain scenarios. Data and sport analysis, just kind of seeing the trend of how coastal ticketing has sold football or tickets for football games the past few years compared to what it was in 2021 when Coastal had their undefeated season. They beat BYU. So it's kind of interesting to see how all that this team performance and weather and rivalry matchup or just a regular matchup, it all depicts the prices. Um, or really the turnout of games, the prediction of seats sold. So, and then here my third point was capacity percentage correlation correlates with the money to be made. So obviously, if the attendance was higher, if attendance was higher, then you're expected to make more money and have more revenue, have more profit. So, um, it's always they always want to push stands because it was easier, it's better for the school. Um, this is what I accomplished just being it's an entry level work experience with taking cold calls, just stressing responsibility, being on time, and just knowing how to de-escalate situations. And if you're put in certain scenarios, just knowing how to become a problem solver. Once again, the concept of data analysis shows up just on how tickets are sold and how we can predict how many tickets to be sold at which games and when to prepare for large crowds. And just the concept of fiscal management, dealing with cash on game days, just dealing with the electric transactions, card transactions, is all just the concept of fiscal management. And that is my experience for the fall 2024 semester with my internship. Thank you for coming. Word.